Hey gorgeous, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've gone flexitarian. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is flexitarian? Flexitarian is a sort of flexible vegetarian. So it's someone that normally eats vegan, vegetarian during the week, and then on the weekend they might have a small bit of meat or fish, or maybe not at all, but just being a bit more flexible rather than labelling yourself vegan or vegetarian. Now you're probably thinking, why don't you just go full-blown vegan? The reason for me is actually I've been on a vegan diet before and I didn't feel very well. Now I'm quite educated, I know exactly what you need to supplement with, but for my body type it didn't work. For some people, they thrive on vegan diets, it's the perfect thing for them too, and they can just take a few extra supplements like B12 alongside and feel incredibly good. But for me it didn't quite work. But I felt really guilty, and I felt like, well, you know what, I do know that eating huge amounts of meat and consuming huge amounts of animal products is really negatively impacting our environment, so I thought the best way around it was for me to become flexitarian. And I think it's a really nice, achievable way of getting people into a more veggie vegan diet, because it doesn't say no. And I think sometimes when people say, no, you can't have this, they go, whoa, 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 you know, I want it more. And I think that's really bad. It gives people that little bit more of openness to say, you know what, if your mum cooks you up a roast, you can have that once a week. Rather than you feeling this huge amount of guilt, which I don't think there should ever be guilt around food. Now, the main reason behind me doing this is the huge impacts and the carbon footprint that meat has on our planet. Since becoming a mum, I care even more about our planet and what we're doing to it. And at the moment, we are just consuming way too much meat and fish and dairy, and it is something that we all need to cut down on. And I know they're delicious. I love meat, I love fish, don't love dairy that much, but I completely understand why people don't want to give it up. It's delicious, it's yummy, you can get it everywhere, but actually it is something that we all need to do if we want to live in a safe environment, if we want to look after our planet Earth, if we want our children to have amazing lives. We need to make changes now. It's crazy, you know, the three kind of biggest things that we can do for our environment. One would be to reduce our plastic consumption, which I want to talk about more. The second would be to reduce our food waste, because that's a huge impact on the environment. And the third one is to reduce our animal product. There is so much research done about it, and I'll link it all down below. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty, I'm more going to be talking about how to go flexitarian. So how to do it. The first thing would be to have a really good mindset on this. Don't think, oh, this is going to be awful, this is going to be disgusting. Think positive. Actually, vegetables are the most delicious things on the planet, I believe. So get out your recipe books, get out your blogs, check out my website madeleinex.com, and figure out maybe 3 new recipes that you're going to try that week, because I think if you've got new fun things to eat, you're going to be really excited. Different ways of using grains, legumes, vegetables, spices, herbs, and plan out your week. Now, if you're worrying about your protein intake, if you're eating a vegetarian or vegan diet, don't worry, because actually you can get huge amounts of protein in plant-based foods, lentils, beans, chickpeas, you know, even things like avocados, fruits, vegetables have protein in them. And if you know you're someone that exercises a lot, chuck in a nice scoop of plant-based protein powder in there. I love Form Nutrition, they're so delicious. There's lots of great plant-based proteins out there that can give you like a 25 to 30 gram hit of protein, which you can chuck into your smoothie, and you're pretty much halfway there on your protein intake. So don't worry too much about protein. If you're making sure that you're getting a mixture of legumes and grains and heaps of different types of vegetables and fruits, you will definitely be getting yourself up to around the 75 gram of protein a day that is recommended. Now, I normally do Monday to Friday, but you might feel like actually you want to do Wednesday to Sunday. Like, figure out your days, and you know what, if you eat meat more than 2 days in a week, don't worry, don't beat yourself up about it. It's just about trying to implement more vegan-based days, you know. So that might be that you start off in the morning having a protein-packed smoothie with like protein powder, bananas, almond milk, and then for lunch you might have a really yummy quinoa salad with some chickpeas and roasted squash and green beans and like a miso dressing. For a snack you might have a handful of nuts, and then for dinner you might have, I don't know, like a kind of coconut stew with brown rice and broccoli broccoli and sesame seeds, and then dessert, because you got to have dessert as well. You might have, like, I don't know, a date with some almond butter in on side. You know, this food is so delicious. Like, I'm getting so excited and passionate talking about it, and it's fun and it's great to experiment with different things. Sometimes we can just get in like that kind of rut of being like meat and two veg, but actually there's so many more exciting delicious foods out there. Now, I would absolutely love you to join me going flexitarian, or at least just having a few vegan meals a day. I just think that it's definitely the direction that we all need to be moving in terms of what it does to our planet. And who knows, maybe one day I might go full-blown vegan, maybe I won't, but I think it's just about making a conscious decision to reduce our animal products. And I do really believe that hopefully we can turn the predictions around and we won't have this kind of crazy negative impact that is predicted at the moment at the rate that we are consuming. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to be talking a lot more about sustainability and things that we can do to help our environment. I hope you enjoy these sorts of videos. Leave a comment down below if you do and if you want to see more of these videos, because I would love to create them for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.